Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the dog. So welcome back, my puppy pals. How are we doing? Let's find out, shall we? As we shuffle these up and find 3 cards for you guys. Let's just move these around and we'll stop about there, and we'll take that one from the bottom, take that one from the middle, take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we got 2 negatives and the positive in the middle, and with those 2 negatives there, it might be easy to be pessimistic. However, black isn't always an attack, white isn't always all right. It all depends on that compatibility of the cards when we flip them over. We're going to start off with that black rooster. So maybe you're worried a little bit about financial things at the moment. You might not necessarily be having financial problems, but money concerns, or you're thinking about money at the moment. Like I say, you're not necessarily worried about it, but you're worried that you might have to worry about it in the future. Almost like your car started making a dodgy noise and you're thinking, this is going to be expensive if it is broken, but you don't have to spend that money yet. But when you do eventually have to spend that money, you're then thinking, well, what if it's really expensive? What if it's a really big job? What if I don't have enough money? What if it is, you haven't necessarily got money problems yet, but you're almost like predicting money problems, or maybe not even money problems at all. It might just be problems, just something. You're worried about something that's going to cost you. When I say money problems, I mean more of a cost to you. So it could be something that is going to come at a cost, whatever that cost may be, in exchange of something that you might not necessarily have a lot of, or you won't have once you've obviously put it all into what you need to put it into as that time comes. I think right now what you're trying to do is juggle without delegation, and you are patient and you are understanding, and you can be a little bit like, okay, well, if I have to hold all this and I have to juggle all of this, then, you know, fair enough, I can do that, and I'll get the job done, because you do have, you know, the right intentions, I think. But there is no reason why you shouldn't delegate. There is no reason why you shouldn't seek help. There is no reason why you can't almost share this load. You know, maybe that car isn't just your car. Maybe the problem isn't just your problem. Maybe this problem could be shared, you know, half the problem, share the problem, lighten the load almost. It all depends, I suppose, on how confident you are that if you were to reach out, would you get back a level of, the standard of which you would expect or require. A monkey card coming in, so we've got the self-care card, that doer card, and that's quite a good card. The compatibility between the monkey and the dog can be reasonable, so that's not too bad of a card at all. But what we are seeing here is that all of this is good for your morale, it's good for your confidence, it's good for your self-esteem, it's good for, you know, the initial you-ness. You're achieving it, you're managing it, you're doing it, you're feeling good about it, you're feeling as if, you know, this is the right path to take. However, what you are neglecting is and I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. This isn't a bad thing at all. If you want to do things on your own, even if it is to just get it done or to prove a point, or because, you know, you're enjoying being the one that is achieving it. And I'm not saying that you're big-headed. It's not a dog trait to be big-headed, but you can't escape a little bit of a ego boost, or a little bit of a, you know, a self-esteem kind of moment where you can feel yourself feeling good about what you're doing and what you're achieving. But what you are neglecting almost is that bond that you could have with teamwork, the social side of things, the kind of involvement of others. And there are some things we learn by ourselves, and there are some things that we learn with others, and that's just the way it is. A lot of people, they will achieve and be an overachiever, but what they then neglect, or what they miss out on, is the teamwork and the sort of, you know, spirit that comes with it, the rapport that you build with others, that kind of, social aspect of things. So you don't necessarily want to do everything on your own, because what you're then doing is almost shutting people out. You're not giving people the opportunity to help. You're not, like I say, you're choosing to juggle instead of delegate. Whereas if you delegated, you would involve other people. You would, bring them into their sort of project, bring them into the idea, bring them into the burden. And what will come of that is a new connection, a strengthening of bonds, a sort of, a way to get to know each other a little bit better. And even if you feel like, you're the only person that can do this, maybe this is an opportunity to teach, or to learn. Maybe you've been saying 5 + 4 = 9 for a very, very long time, and you're convinced that's the only way to do it. But that isn't the only way to do it, because 6 + 3 = 9 as well. So maybe there is somebody out there that may know a different way to do things, and may be able to teach you, learn from you, and you miss out on that. You miss out on the different perspectives, the different experiences, the different life lessons, because that's what it is all about at the end of the day, is learning and growth and knowledge and, that sort of evolution and progressive sort of steps that we take to better ourselves and circumstances. We can't do all that on our own. You shouldn't be trying to do this all on your own, especially at this time. It is a good opportunity to reach out and maybe be a bit more social and be a little bit more involving of others. Got the Rat card coming in. This could have something to do with family. This could have something to do with not necessarily a team, so to speak, but more family and sort of not a conflict. I wouldn't say a conflict. I would say that the dog and the rat, they can get on well. They don't have animosity towards each other. It's just they have a different set of priorities. They see things differently. And I think this is what's happened here, is that your family unit, or those closest to you, the ones that you have that kind of family attachment to, doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage or a romantic aspect to this. I'm talking family here, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, mum, dad, I'm talking like family, or even those that we consider close enough in our lives to be family. And they are technically, family through the experiences and the years that you've shared together, rather than blood bond, or sharing the same DNA. There is something amiss there, and maybe they're not feeling involved in your life right now. Maybe they're feeling a little bit abandoned, neglected, a little bit left out, because you want to juggle rather than teach them to juggle. And maybe that's kind of how it is. And in doing that, you learn, you live, you have fun, you grow, and you come together. And I don't think that the whole family unit is in a place of disrepair, or there's big issues with the big, with the bigger picture. But it's the little things, just involving them, just getting them involved. And if this has got something to do with the worry, or you've got something that's a concern to you and something's coming at a cost to you, then maybe you should seek the help or the advice of your family members, because if they have been there, or you are close to them, and they have, witnessed all of this and seen it all unfold, they might actually have an opinion that might actually help. They might actually be able to point you in the right direction. They might be able to share knowledge or share experiences, which will then give you a greater understanding or a better sort of way forward than what you're doing right now. And that's not to say what you're doing right now isn't a good way to do it. As I say, 5 + 4 does = 9, if 9 is the desired sort of result that you're trying to get. But so does 6 + 3. That = 9 as well. So does 8 + 1, 7 + 2. There's many, many different ways to do things. And depending on what it is you're trying to do, and depending on the task at hand, and depending on who's involved in and who you're not involved in, would depend on what actual angle you need to look at this from, and which path to take when you've discovered the angle of which you were supposed to be looking at it from. Again, you can juggle, you can do all that, you can carry the whole weight on your shoulders. It's good for your self-esteem. It has been good as a boost in confidence. It is a good way to make you feel like you've achieved something. But now you've achieved it, let's move on to the next achievement, level 2, helping others to achieve. And we'll see how you get on with that, won't we, next week, when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the dog. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the pig. So if you're interested in what the piggies are up to, I will see you over there in that video next. If not, no worries. I'll just see you next time. Love and peace.